Let's go. Working in the corporate system.
Woo.
Nice. Oh, all right, we ready?
Yeah.
Cool, thank you, Franny.
It's been rolling for like 2 hours.
Yeah, you just got some awkward us standing around. Colin, it's a long time coming, buddy.
I know. This is a meeting of the minds right here.
Gave you Game of the Year for Gamesline 2018, was it?
Yes.
It's 2018. Yeah. Now you've got Death of a Wish.
A Game of the Year.
Fucking coming.
The year it comes out.
Fucking right. I gotta see it first. You can't just buy me off checks in the mail, all right? You gotta.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the last interview. So like, I'm fucking done. This is the end of your day, right? We could just.
This does feel. It feels very nice that we're like last. It's like kind of cool.
This is it.
Yeah.
Welcome to Gamesline.
Thank you.
I've done work for you in the past as Torby SP.
Yes.
But right now, I get to be Solon. It's my shoot name for real.
Gotcha.
And I work for Gamesline doing interviews with devs. So.
Yep.
This.
You got the numbers projected on your face.
Right here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's good, right there.
Okay. Nice.
So,
yeah.
I'm done for the day. It's over for me.
It's casual time.
And I'm here with Colin, damn it, and we're gonna talk Death of a Wish.
Yes, we are.
Finally.
Anime.
Why do you ask?
Because he accidentally cosplayed as someone from a show that I watched.
Wait, don't, Franny.
What show?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, don't.
Oh,
come
I
on.
haven't seen that one.
Okay.
I know.
Fine, I won't show it.
It's okay.
I don't know it. I've never seen the show, and someone
Gotcha.
comes up to me today and is like, "You're
It's very
Jujutsu
funny
Kaisen."
'cause it's like the suit color, the shirt color, the tie color. It was perfect.
Apparently, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Thanks, Franny. Death of a Wish.
Yes.
Let's get to it.
Yes.
So, for the last 5 years,
Yes.
you have been working on a game that was supposed to be a DLC, like a little extra little slot of content
Yes.
to promote Luca,
Yes.
Born of a Dream. And then you went, actually, this is a whole thing. I'm just gonna make this whole game that's like people really liked, I'm gonna make it way better now. It's gonna be awesome.
It's way different too.
And then you got rid of Luca too. Like this is Death of a Wish. That's the full title. That's the whole thing.
Yep.
Projected again.
Maybe should move over.
So what's with that? How'd that happen?
Okay, so I think after the Descent, which you also covered, right?
Yep.
Ended up taking a lot longer than I thought it would.
Right.
Also ended up being a lot more narratively important than I thought it was going to be.
Yep.
In a way where I was like, Luca's story is done. Like I thought I had something with like the extra character mode that we were planning, but I couldn't make it work. It was just like I felt like I needed to get away from Luca, and like not just like that character, but like the way that game worked and all of that.
It was just you kept playing through it and testing it, and you were just like, I can do better.
Right. Yeah. And
that's kind of cool. That's a wild way to come about remaking your entire video game.
Like I thought it was good, obviously, but I feel like there wasn't much more I could do with it in the form that it was in. Yep. So flash forward a few years, I took some time to work on some other games. So like Meat Punks 2, which I know you've played. I worked on on a project with Kevin, actually leading, called Dear Future, which was like I actually worked as a writer on that one. So I like went way out of my ballpark. And after all that, and then with some things happening in real life that, maybe not as pleasant, I won't talk about it, but
well, yeah, it's not like you've been 5 years absent,
right?
But you've been doing other projects.
I've been doing other projects. A worldwide pandemic happened.
Yep.
A lot of other,
yeah.
A lot of other not so fun stuff happened in the United States.
Yep.
And there's one point last year where a specific thing happened. Oh, this is really loud.
God.
Should I wait?
Wait, I'm going.
Okay.
Please turn in your ballots.
This happened the last time I was doing an interview too.
Always happens.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'll cut it out. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
There are still drinks
That's cool.
that are happening right now. We close up at 11 p.m. So please make it happen.
Okay,
great.
All right, so there was a point last year where weirdly enough, everything clicked into place. I was like, I know what Christian's story is now. And it is a new game.
Yes.
It is not Luca.
Okay.
Luca was very introspective. It was kind of depressing.
Yes.
It was about,
that's what I like.
It was about working through things.
Yep.
Christian is angry. And he doesn't want to just learn how to survive in a world that oppresses him. He wants to cut it down. And
I've played through the demo and just Christian does not live in a world where Limp Bizkit exists, and that's a problem for everyone around him.
He really needs it.
Exactly.
He really needs it.
That's how I've always read him.
Yeah, so at that point, it was weird. It was like a lightning strike of inspiration, as silly as that sounds.
No, that's awesome. Yeah.
That teaser came together in a month. Like a month. All of a sudden, I went 5 years not touching this game.
Yep.
And then it like just came out of us. So
that's amazing.
Yeah. Brought Kevin on, is like, we have our proof of concept with the teaser. It's a whole new game. Let's make it. A year later, we're showing it off at these shows.
Yeah.
Like it's approaching the end, and it's recognizable as coming from Luca, but it's its whole new thing. Wow. And that's why it's Death of a Wish now. It's not just like, oh, Luca Death of a Wish or Christian Death of a Wish. It's its own thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is a wild story to get to where you are now.
Yeah.
Where it's a total 180. You're excited about this. You're making, and I can tell you're excited about it because when I play the game, for folks who've never played Luca, it's all in your hands. Everything you play the game with your fingers and you go, yes, I know exactly how to feel right now.
Yeah.
And the emotions just flow through the kinetics of the game. Christian does the same thing.
Yes.
Where when you play Death of a Wish, you feel the kinetic emotions in your hand and you feel that rage.
Yeah, it's a different emotion. Yeah. And I think it even shows in like the colors we're using in the game. Like Luca was very like blue and purple and kind of dark and whatever. A little magenta or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Christian is red and yellow.
Yep. This is the basic baby ass color theory.
Yeah. Like it's like the yellow of like the holy like sanctum, that sort of thing that like raised him and that he's fighting against. And it's blood red, baby, because there's a lot of blood in the game.
So I vibe with this a lot, but I think about other people, and I know that you're not alone. That like 2018, there was this like malaise, this depression that over the next 5 years would crystallize into a very hard, potent energy that you want to create change with.
Yes.
And so I can imagine people playing this now and being like, yes, this is everything that I like, just like the last time they played Luca in 2018, that this is now exactly what they need.
I hope so.
And I keep thinking about that, and that's why I'm like so excited to see it, how this has been developing, how this has been coming out, and hearing that it's like flowing so readily now after a long break is like, of course. That's how it went for all of of us.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's the same team as the first one, plus a few other friends who are helping out with some other things. And we're older now. We've learned a lot from the last game, but also about life.
Yep.
You know, and I think it's actually, like, enriched the experience. At least I hope it will by the end. We'll see how it turns out when it's out, but I believe in it.
So, how do things look as they're being developed right now? Like you've still got the flow is still going. Are you going to keep working on it for a long time, or is there a release date that you're looking at, or like an area that
the end of it is in sight.
That's good to hear. Yeah.
We can't confirm anything but like early next year is what we're looking at. We're just really hoping that Silk Song doesn't surprise release the same time as us, because that happened with Dead Cells in the first game, so we don't want a repeat of that.
That's true. Wow. Yeah.
It was like the same week. So what are you gonna do?
Yep. I mean, games just be happening.
Yeah.
And y'all's are one of them.
Yep. It sure was.
I think they should be worried about you is the real reality.
Yeah.
They're like, those Luca brats, they're gonna get us again, they're gonna scoop us!
I know. Watch that.
God, yeah. Man, in that case, yeah, you're kind of seeing the end of things and
I mean, you normally don't see games at shows like this unless they're almost done.
Not true.
Oh, okay.
Not even close to true, actually. I've been, going around to a lot of shows, a lot of games that are like in their not prototype phase, but like they're in there. I am desperately reaching out for publishers, and I'm reaching out to like people. I need another year or two of development on this, but like look at this now.
Maybe I'm old school then.
I think you can get away with more. I'm just saying, if you showcase in Seattle more, we get to hang out more, and then more people get to do this whole thing.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, I stand corrected then. Our game is close to done.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. Yeah.
No, that's amazing. How much can I expect for on the writing side? Because the whole part of Luca is that it is sparse on dialogue but rich in writing.
Yes.
And is that going to be similar here? Or does Christian got a lot of things to say to a lot of people?
Yeah, so I think this is one of the fun contrasts between the two games and the two characters.
Yeah.
Christian's a lot more extroverted. He actually looks at people when he talks to them, unlike Luca, which
Luca does not. Luca does not.
Yeah. And he has things to say, like he said. A lot more dialogue, a lot less of the sacrament type stuff that you might have been alluding to.
Okay.
However, there's notably one sacrament that is missing in Luca. So, maybe that might show up.
Okay, cool.
We'll see.
That's so exciting. Sorry, I'm such a nerd about this.
No, that's good. I mean, that's what we want.
Huge fanboy and been loving supporting this. God. With you and Kevin working together on this, how has that been over this last year? Because when you took a long break from things, or at least from this project, does that mean that when you came back, it was just like, all right, let's go, wheels spinning, everyone on the bus, we're going?
Kevin doesn't like me talking about this as much, but he did work on Elden Ring.
That's true.
In the interim.
That's true.
So not that much on it, but a little.
That's actually kind of important to why I'm asking, because you and him have this tight bond, having worked on Luca, and then when you take time off and you try to get the band back together, and the band is working on Elden Ring.
Yeah, literally.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Or was it as easy as Kevin just being like, "Yep, I'm back. Hey, I can do Elden Ring also."
I mean, that's kind of the beauty of doing really DIY indie development is we already kind of just do it in our off hours. So, and I think it was an idea that we were both really excited to get back to.
Yeah.
And we both, like I said, it came out of us. It was of the time. It was what we wanted to say.
Yeah.
The only difference is that we got stronger in the meantime. So, I think we're approaching this game a lot more professionally than we did the first time. We took things that we learned in the last 5 years. We're applying them both in the development and in the rollout of the game. you know, we're not just releasing the Steam page 2 weeks before the game comes out. We're actually trying to get wish lists this time.
Yep.
You know, simple things like that.
You're using the, you know, your other games being on sale to bolster up sales and wish lists of your new game. Like, strategies.
Yeah, we're actually taking this. I mean, we took it seriously the first time.
You did, yes.
But we're taking it, but seriously.
With the wisdom that comes with having been here before and doing all this.
And honestly, like, something that's been amazing this time is that, you know, Kevin worked with me on the original for a large part of its development, but Kevin was there from the beginning with this one.
Right, that's a difference maker.
That is a huge difference. Like, I think Kev has been a great, like, guide as far as, like, kind of refining to a point what we wanted to say in this game. And I think that's going to show in comparison to Luca, which, again, I think was good, but it's a different sort of, like, meditative, more abstract experience. This one is laser focused. Yeah, just like Christian.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's literally laser focused.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. No, I'm just excited about the project. I could ask you a whole bunch of stuff about, you know, how the game's different, how it's changed, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I'd rather talk more about, you know, what it's like developing it and how it works in the creative project side of things.
Of course.
Extending past Kevin, your musician also.
Yeah, Nico.
Nico was also in the same kind of place, whereas like waiting for, you know, a couple years. Was getting him back on the project also kind of just seamless, or how'd that work?
So I've known Nico forever.
Yeah.
And I think we work really well together because we're on a similar wavelength, and I don't really need to like say much to Nico in order to like be like, oh yeah, he's got the vibe.
Yeah.
You know?
And he's also aged up too. He's, you know, he's growing and stuff.
Yeah. And it just felt natural, like getting back together. But like I said, like you said just now, you know, he's had time, the style's developed, it's grown. There's a lot more live instrumentation in this game, which is really cool.
Wow.
Yeah. Like there was like one song I think in the original that had live guitar. But again, that's just a thing where like Nico's grown as a musician and he wants to put that in to what we're doing here.
Cool.
And you know, it makes sense because Christian's a different character. It should sound different.
Yep.
And it evolves the style from the last game.
Does that make Christian feel a lot more dynamic and a lot, not older, but like, you know, fleshed out in a way?
I think the characters are older in this one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to like confirm anything canonically, but like that just felt right to me.
That's not like relevant necessarily.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's been 5 years since the original game came out. It only makes sense for the characters to mature a little since then, you know.
I love that, yeah. No, that makes sense. Well, the dance is back. I know there's plenty of other places that you can see me literally talking about Death of the Wish and the changes that have been making and stuff.
Right.
But like, seeing you here is so powerful to me specifically.
I mean, to us, this is the first major showcase we've been a part of for this game.
I know.
Yeah, and we're hoping it's the first of many.
You went across the entire country.
I did.
To show here at Mix specifically. And that is so powerful to see.
I mean, we thought it was important enough. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the game's in a place where it can happen, and then Mix accepted you all in. And what does that mean now? So you're accepted in the Mix. Does that mean more opportunities later for other showcases?
I mean, that's the hope, right? We're continuing to submit to showcases.
Yes.
You know, like I said, like it's getting close to release, and that's the time when you want to show it off.
Yep.
Because you know people know what to expect, and the game's the best it's going to be.
You got a PAX East in like February or whatever, or March.
Yeah.
You gonna show there?
I mean, I hope so. It's a lot closer to me.
It's a lot closer to you.
Not to dox myself, but you know.
Look, the game is a Midwestern, you know. It's a Pennsylvanian type of game. If I had to like put it on the map, I don't even know where you live. But
that's kind of funny.
It's like this is
like Midwest emo style. Yeah. I gotcha.
The trees are all droopy and sparse and half dead. And,
It's funny you say that because the environment of the game is very specifically a combination of the two major places I've lived in my life, which is on the East Coast and on the West Coast specifically. So it's kind of a place that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, there's references, there's things that I think people can latch on to.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. God, yeah. It's all just happening really fast, and I want it to happen faster for you. Like I want you to feel that like acceleration as you keep flowing through.
I want to too, but at the same time,
I know you
I
can
gotta
handle
finish
it.
the game.
I know you can handle it now, though, is the thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
That's why I'm like pushing so hard on this.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. So with Death of the Wish, it's gonna be here. It's going to be imminent because, like, you're saying, oh, it's not far out. We don't have a date on it. But like when you say early 2024, that's like tomorrow. That's very imminent.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna feel like that. You know? Yeah.
So then after that, what's next? Because I know you have a lot of things on your mind.
Yeah, we have other projects in the works.
You have other things that you're always
Some of which
working
you've
on.
seen.
I have to.
Yes.
I've seen your prototypes, and that's
yeah.
why I'm kind of calling you out.
You know,
there's Death of the Wish is so inspired by a very certain subsection of your mind,
Right.
And there's a whole other side of things in there,
yeah,
that needs to come out,
right. I think
and so how does that work while you're trying to balance everything that's going on here?
I think I put a lot into Luca, and I'm putting a lot into Death of a Wish. I'm probably not going to make an action game for a while after this. Although I said that after Luca came out. So, you know, we saw how that turned out. I want to make an RPG, which you know.
Yep.
Like, not just an action RPG, like RPG as RPG.
As RPG.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that might be next. There might still be a little action element in it, we'll see. But yeah, you know, I want to make something that's a little less surreal. I think that would be
surreal?
interesting. Yeah.
I'm actually surprised about that. I kind of thought you would lean in deeper.
You know, I feel like I've explored that space a lot.
You're gonna make
already.
something cutesy?
Probably not.
Gonna make something
I don't think
grounded in reality.
You know what? I would make something cutesy, and it would still end up a little fucked up. I think
You're gonna make what's that Canadian teenager show with Drake on it?
Degrassi.
Degrassi.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up with a Degrassi.
I know. No, I think
Which
a lot-
kind of sounds sick if you made a Degrassi RPG.
I've been kicking around this idea that's about like a near future, like San Francisco type thing, but it's not like fantastical sci-fi. It's more just like, oh, the sea level has risen type sci-fi, and that's what I think I mean by more
Slow
grounded.
disaster RPG.
Yeah. Because you know, like the dream stuff has been fun. I want to challenge myself to do something that's a little more like A to B. You know.
Yep.
And if it ends up being a little surreal, then that's fine.
I want you to say that now on camera, not because it's a promise or anything, but because now you can think about it more and see like,
Yes.
ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying, show early, show often.
Right.
Get that stuff out there so that you can find out if you like it or you don't, you know?
I should say also, you know, just like Luca was a very big, like Kevin and I and all the other collaborators, and then I went off to basically do things on other people's projects. I think I'm going to do a little bit of that after this one too.
Yes, you're going on excursion.
Yes, our, I shouldn't say too much about it, but our key artist.
Well, there's certain things you can't say about it. We're being really candid here, but like.
So our key artist, Brianna Lay, who did the wonderful key art for both Luca and Death of a Wish.
Yep, and just came out with Butterfly Soup 2 on itch.io.
I'm helping her with her next game, which is a little more involved.
Good.
Yes.
She should be cooking more too.
Yes. Yeah. Like a next step after what comes after like a straightforward narrative game. Maybe you put some stats in it. You know, that sort of thing. I don't want to say too much.
You came up to Brianna Lay like, this game needs stats. The girls are kissing and it's too easy.
It needs some die rolls. No, that was her idea. Funny enough. She played Disco Elysium basically.
Fucking yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So I'm helping out on that, and I think
You know what makes yearning grow? It's not dialogue prompts, it's rolling dice and having a weird man in your head
Right.
that goes, "Arr,
right.
oh God, I think you gonna fuck this one up, man."
So
That's what makes the yearning grow.
So I'm helping to program the RPG systems behind that because you know I have some experience with it.
Yep.
And then it's probably on to after supporting Death of a Wish for a little bit. On to the next thing. Onto an RPG-ass RPG.
God, that sounds so cool.
Yeah.
I just think that the path that you're kind of going on, that you're growing on, is like it just makes so much sense to me.
I hope
Seeing
so.
you do that is inspiring to me because it's what I want to do too.
Yeah.
And so, like,
I mean,
at some point, we will showcase together.
Yeah.
In the same booth or something. We'll figure something out to make that happen.
You got to
And
keep up those game dev streams.
That's my dream. That's what I'm talking about.
If I can do anything, I hope Luca and Death of a Wish, but especially Luca, can show that like you don't really need a lot of money or like the best art or whatever to make like an amazing game. Hopefully.
Well,
you know,
it's not even that it's not like the best art. It's that the art style that it has is specific to what it is.
Yes. Yeah. And it didn't take like $1 million to make.
Exactly.
You know,
Right.
$1 million would have been nice.
Although, yeah.
It would have been nice.
No,
But you
that's
make
what
do
it's
with
about.
what you have, and you can still make something great.
Colin, it's always a pleasure being able to share any time with you at all, and being able to do it in person is so special.
I know, our first time in person.
This is magical for me. God, thank you for interviewing today.
Thank you for giving me the last interview of the day.
I
It feels
wanted to
amazing.
make sure that when we ended, that I could just
You gotta take the shirt off.
I'm so tired. It's so hot in these places.
It's so hot
People
and
don't
it's
know
so
that,
loud.
Everywhere that I've been for the last 12 hours is the hottest and loudest place, and it's sweaty, not because of like gamers or some kind of thing. They just make these places hot, and they don't have any air in them.
My voice is so raspy right now. I don't normally sound like this.
I've got 3 more days.
Good luck.
Lemon tea, baby.
Thank you, Solon. This is fun.
Colin.
Yeah.